Current and former MPs are to be investigated by the judge leading the wide-ranging inquiry into child sexual abuse set up last year by the government. The Church of England, the Roman Catholic Church and some councils will also be scrutinised. The judge in charge, Justice Lowell Goddard, said she would run 12 separate investigations into institutions that failed children. Our Home Affairs correspondent Tom Simons has the details.
There has never been a public inquiry like this, uncovering the secret history of child sexual abuse and the response of our institutions, an investigation spanning generations. Daunting.
There is no doubt that the task we have set ourselves in the first phase is ambitious. To run 12 investigations in parallel represents an organisational challenge that is unprecedented in a public inquiry in the United Kingdom.
In the first 18 months, investigations into abuse in Lambeth and Nottinghamshire children's homes, Rochdale schools, custodial institutions, in particular the extensive allegations about Medhamsley Youth Detention Centre in County Durham, abuse in residential schools, and in both the Church of England and Roman Catholic Church. This inquiry will examine whether the Church of England's own inquiries were properly carried out. But Justice Goddard's scrutiny of the establishment won't end there. She's planning to look at what she called the conspiracies and cover-ups in Westminster. Former and current MPs, advisers, civil servants, the security services, looking for the bad in the great and good. The activities of former Liberal MP Cyril Smith in Rochdale will be examined, and the establishment's closeness to disgraced Anglican Bishop Peter Ball. He cited Prince Charles as a supporter. The inquiry could call the Prince to give evidence. Justice Goddard says she expects full cooperation from all. But another challenge is to win the trust of abuse survivors.
When you are abused, all the power and control is taken away from you. You haven't got any. So to gain that back, you have to trust people that you come into contact with.
In Lambeth, South London, lack of trust resulted in victims of abuse at these former care homes doing their own investigation. Now the inquiry will examine allegations dating back decades.
In the 50s, it was about covering it up. In the 60s, it was about covering up. And in the end, it was about covering up the cover-up.
And do you think that this inquiry can get to the bottom of what happened in those decades?
We need to know that certain people are going to be called and certain people are going to have to give evidence, people who we say are responsible indirectly to what took place.
But it's not just about the past. This inquiry will also look at online abuse. Its chairwoman says no issue is more pressing. Tom Simons, BBC News.